Well, hello there, hi there, welcome to Just Bird. Today I thought I would tap in for Wendy Williams since she is being talked about once again. I heard her cry on the Breakfast Club. I tuned into BJ Investigates. This came up in the reverse, hot mess. Chaotic energy and reflection is needed. This almost looks like the documentary. So that's the energy right now. So let's see. What comes out for Wendy? I'll take 3 of these and I'm going to move along into the Stardust Shadows Tarot Oracle by Trish James. Love, you care about each other deeply. Pause, relationship break. So is this Kev? Unexpected, surprise, spontaneous. Well, that could have been the baby. But I would say that Kev's going to show up. Out of the blue, now that Wendy's being talked about and she's on there, talking about radio. My personal thoughts on Wendy and what's out there right now is I hope Wendy can go and live in Miami with her family. And may God give them the strength and the courage to take care of their relatives. Because Miss Wendy, I hope Wendy receives what she needs. Support, love, her finances return to her control. Or if she needs someone to take control of her finances for whatever reason, she could appoint someone since she is a grown woman. I don't know Wendy's condition. She doesn't appear to be incapacitated, but there is maybe with the diagnosis of dementia, I have to observe her for a week. Since can't really trust the conservator. Or just release her to her family instead of this, what they're doing right now. But this is what they did to Brittany. Then they held her captive, but Miss Wendy was like, Brittany's right where she belongs. Her parents are only doing this because they love her. Remember? I love Wendy. I love Brittany too. I hate this system that they're in, but they are owned. Allegedly, in my opinion, it feels like they are owned, handled. Maybe her contract's up. I don't know. Conspiracy hat on. Put your conspiracy hat on. But, what is going on? It doesn't seem so conspiratorial when they, oh, well, you're no longer needed, so, you earned all this money. And since you can no longer function on television or radio or whatever, we are now taking it back. That's a little messed up. When, your bank can say, oh, you don't deserve your money. We're taking control of it. Regardless of the amount. Let a bank seize your bank account and you not be able to withdraw anything or swipe for anything, and be told that people are not allowed to call you at any time. You're not allowed to just leave this residence that you are at, that you are paying a top dollar for. You don't have any control over anything. Management industry owns these folks to a certain degree. If they can just come and take money and not release a person against their will, how's this, how is it legal? Is it, they have paperwork and judges and all of that are involved in millions of dollars. Don't do shit for your grandma that needs assistance, though. Bank don't care about her. Anyhow, let me just throw a couple of more. Man, these cards are pretty. I'm digging the purple hues within. I like it. But doesn't this just... I know it's a white gal, but, I'm just saying. I'm looking at the surroundings and remembering, the atmosphere of that disgusting documentary that her conservator allowed to be out there. She has control of her money, but can't control, that. It's funny because there's the purple chair. Like Wendy's purple chair. Hot mess. That was a term that Miss Wendy always used. Hot mess. She don't care. She still have her purple chair. But here's Kevin coming back. I'm going to say it's Kevin, because it's the only significant relationship in Wendy's life as far as romance is concerned from the past. I don't know what she's got going on now, but he's going to pop up. Unless there's some other significant person in Wendy's life from the past that's popping up. Surprise! Let me fucking get you out of this path, that whatever this is. It could be Charlemagne. I don't, because they were on a friendship break. No, they weren't piddling one another or anything, but they broke up in their friendship because of, Kelvin Hunter. Maybe that's what this is speaking to. Let me just... Okay, I said I'm not going to keep using a love deck. Let me get into... I'm going to put this up here so it's out of my way. I'm sorry. I'm just... Space. I apologize for the sound in the background, folks. I do. Sorry. It's winter on the East Coast. So, suck it. Because honestly, what am I to do? If I allow my heat to go off, that's why I have the heater on. If I allow my fan to go off, it's 10, 15 times louder than this little heater in the background. So I'm, doing my best with what I have to deal with, because there's no way I'm going in that back room. It's too bitter cold back there. No. And I don't like to let the crock get back there with me, or, I bring the heater back there. But no. All right, favorable, good outcome. What's coming up for Wendy? Oh, don't be fooled about a good outcome. They could be doing just that, fooling you. But, Wendy, you may be getting out and have a good outcome. With stability, that would mean a foundation, your family, unless it's Kevin. What would you say to that, Wendy? Because it's kind of stinking funny how after you divorced him, all of this past 3 years transpired. Remember when Miss Wendy was sitting on her talk show and she said she put her hand over her cup and was talking about if anybody put something in her drink, who did it? They're nope, and just went into the whole spiel of don't leave your drinks unattended. And at that time, that was right during, it was like the budding of all of the nonsense before she left, and then the year that she was supposed to come back, and then she's actually gone, and then this past year, right? So many years, like 3 years, a long time. She hasn't even been allowed to have her phone. The phone she has, she can call you if she remembers your number, but she can't. You can't call her and see how she's doing. Like, that's like her kid. She can't see her kid whenever she wants. Like, so that's not like a place for health and healing. Cutting you off from your family is not helpful and healing when everybody in the family wants to be together. That seems detrimental to one's health, especially dementia, because you would want things, as many things that you can remember, but instead you wouldn't even have anything triggering a true memory because you're in different surroundings. It's weird. I don't see how that's helpful. Escapes. Okay, so, well, if she get more than $15 in her purse, I bet you she would escape and get out of Dodge. And she may have friends out there that are going to help her. But this could also be that Wendy is going to get back on her feet, and then you're not going to see her anymore until she regains some stability in her life. Now, I know people are like, Wendy sounds fine. Wendy sounds fine enough to not be in a guardianship. But I have been following Miss Wendy since radio. And I would love to have Wendy back. But I want Wendy. I don't want Wendy to be made a spectacle if she's not on top of her game. I don't want Wendy to be pushed into having to do things that she's older. Go, and you've been held captive for 3 years. And I strongly believe that, like, the alcohol and the overindulgence of things was perpetuated by her team. Just my thoughts, my opinions. It just seems to be the narrative with the, within the industry, that whoever the managers are, they don't really care about anyone's health. Not your physical health, not your mental health, nothing. We don't care. It's, you take this, we know you have an issue with it, take it anyway. We'll give you something else to calm it down. We'll make sure you're okay. Here. Swallow it. Let's just see a couple more. Because it's like everything's good, but then maybe she does go home and disappear and just, stay out of the limelight. But that's what Brittany did, and it was so unfair. It still feels unfair, right? That Brittany, she wrote a book. But Brittany hasn't sat down and talked about anything. I don't blame her. She doesn't owe it to anyone. However, it would have been nice if Brittany would have sat down on her Instagram and addressed the folks who literally saved her and helped her get out of the conservatorship. Yes. So for me, it's something is lacking there, because hold on. Someone bought her from the start. High-ranking King of Swords. And it's in it. Okay, so like I said, her contract is just up. Someone is pulling the strings. They are high-ranking. It's the law. We have King of Swords. High-ranking military, police, law. They're making the rules, right? And they're behind the scenes. Who's behind the scenes? That is this a person that is going to help her disappear? Or is this a person that maybe this is a person that's going to help her with this new start? It could be the law is going to help her and it's a favorable outcome, right? And it's someone behind the scenes that are going to help her, but then they disappear because they're a shadow ruler, right? So they're behind the scene. Because I'm like, how does disappear fit in here, right? It doesn't fit up here too well, now does it? I feel that it's this person here is going to help her out of her situation. Page of Coins, it's an offer, but a high-ranking officer so let's see, because someone's taking a risk and buying her back. I don't know, paying maybe an attorney for her where she can, be allowed to speak up, somebody to be the mouthpiece for her, and then they just disappear. Maybe Kev, somebody from her past, does something to ignite this to happen. Let's see. I'm gonna actually switch these decks out, and we'll go into the investigations deck. I'm gonna put these back in here because I might want to pull from it again, like to get more messages from this particular deck. But I have a number of decks out that I would just like to get kind of the energy surrounding Wendy Williams. hot topics. You're a hot topic because you're a hot mess over there, Miss Wendy. Now let's see what is the truth. This is the Truth Oracle. For Wendy Williams. What are y'all thoughts about Wendy and what's going on with her at this time and has been for the past 3 years? I would say it's actually been coming for Miss Wendy for, this might be like the 10th year. It's been a number of years since the downfall of Wendy Williams began. If you're a fan, you know, hot mess addiction, alcohol, obsession, toxic attachments. That came out when I was the very first card when I pulled this out and said, tell me about Wendy Williams. It was when I was listening to the the nonsense that's going on. I believe that Wendy does have a problem, right? And Wendy's always had this problem for a number of years. However, Wendy, relapse is part of recovery. So don't beat yourself up and, that's all. Keep it moving and, do better, because that's going to be a part of your life and you need to stay on track, because ain't nobody going to be around your ignorant ass when you all messed up. Kids, parents, siblings, dudes, no, because that is you, just checked out being a slobber and drunk, and you used to do this at home. There's, that's how Kev got away with, being with the mistress the whole time, because you were checked out drunk much of that time. So there's your part. You have responsibility in that marriage too. You accepted a man that you knew was capable of infidelity after he committed infidelity, right? But hey, I support that you stayed with him. You had a very young child, and why wouldn't you want to work that marriage out, right? I support that 100%. There isn't anything wrong with a woman that forgives a man for that fuck up in a relationship, and it really should, it's nobody's business, but people always chime in. I'm doing it right now, but I, in all honesty, support that decision. This one, girl, you are a water sign. You're a lush. I know firsthand that you can sit down and drink a fifth of liquor in 24-hour period. You will just get up, start drinking, fall out, take a nap, wake up, start drinking, maybe order some food, and this is how you were doing yourself in your big old mansion, because you were feeling extremely lonely and neglected in your marriage. Doesn't mean that you didn't love Kev, and it doesn't, Kev loved her too, to the best of their ability at the time that, they loved each other. But is he an opportunist? Absolutely. Finances, money problems, work, success, fortune, yeah. All right. Tell me more. Wendy Williams. How's this going to turn out? Well, they said a favorable outcome, but how's it going to turn out? Roll the dice. Again, taking that chance, that leap of faith, that's the fool's energy. New beginning, but man. Somebody could be rolling the dice with her finances as well. But the pain in her voice, it's one thing to have to face yourself and look in the mirror and say, man, I got a lot of things that I need to change, right? But then the like it's not she's not like in rehab. Change. Wendy's not in a rehab. She's in a an old folks rehabilitation center, probably like residential living for the elders for a pre-dementia unit, which means she does have. Now, I used to work in a residential unit, and in the facility where I worked, the residents they had phones in their room. It was community meals. You go to the cafeteria. Some folks had a single room. Other folks had a roommate, and they were just a very small apartment in a facility. They were able to walk outside and feed the ducks. There's a pond. Unfortunately, this was their view. You walk outside and here's a pond, and when you sit down at the pond on the park bench, your view is looking at the nursing facility, which you'll eventually end up at if you get through this one. And because this unit is the pre-dementia, and across the pond is the dementia, and that's where most folks end up to live out their last days. What a sight. Thank goodness they can't remember. Jeez. Let's see. So maybe she's going to pay to go to rehab. Addiction, finances, change. But that's also just kind of saying yes to this. She's a mess, and yes, there's been a huge, significant financial change, and change is underway. Waste. Oh man, look at this picture. Well, this could indicate that she's going to go take care of her problems. Like she's trying to take care of her problems. I need more than this, because this is these are the issues, right? Maybe this person that's coming in from the past is a piece of trash too, because it's fallen upon that pile. I'm just saying. Expect the unexpected. She's going to take a risk in something. Now let's go into the investigations deck. Let's try that. Just to see where this is leading, because I have other questions about Serina Morrisey, but with this type of momentum, this interview on the Breakfast Club, I feel like that's going to ignite a change in Miss Serina Morrisey, or they're gonna just take her phone and stuff. So I want to ask those questions too. Let's see. I want to know if Wendy Williams is going to I feel like I should say get out of jail, but is she going to be go home with her family anytime soon, or is she going to be punished for the interview she did on the Breakfast Club? I am safe now. So she spoke up so she could save herself, basically. Teamwork, power of a 3. I am safe now. Let's see. So the questions were is she going to be punished for this, or is she, she's safe now? Let's see, because she spoke up. Let's see. Wendy Williams. Stalker being watched. Crime of opportunity. Is that Calvin? He's the opportunist. Kevin. But the person. It's a woman in this card anyway. That's Sabrina. She's being watched. She's safe for now after the interview, like I asked. Give me one more. Why only for now, you know? Yep. 3, 3, 3, 3. 5. It's number 57, breaks down to a 12. 3. Number 33. 84 breaks down to a 12. 3. 73. Jealousy or cheating. The woman that's watching her is cheating. Could be jealous of Wendy's money. She could be, and she's looking at Wendy's phone. Which, for what? Wendy's not allowed to use it. Right. But she's looking, it seems like she's envious of the money. But the crime is about cheating her out of her finances. Let's see. Sabrina, tell me more about Serina Morrisey. Will she answer for this in the court of law? Will she be brought up for abusing Wendy Williams? Or will these, just like Britney Spears' father, all the nasty stuff that he did, not accounted for? She's a repeat offender. She's done this before, Sabrina. Who else has she been conservator of? Who was her last conservator? I mean, who did she oversee? Conflict, fight, conflict, argument. I said, will it come out in the court of law? Fight, yeah, so it's going to come out. There's going to be, she's fight, argument. She's a lawyer, that's what she does, you know. Or she, right, she's a lawyer, she's an attorney, I believe, but I could be wrong. No, she's got to be some kind of, I don't know, but you know, they can tell us anything. Mask, not true, face. She's a liar. So she's gonna lie in the court. Tell me. Family connection. Is it Kevin that set Wendy up? Because all this shit happened after Kevin left. What did he think he could set her up to get a hold of her money? And that didn't turn out well for him either. They denied him. I sensed that from up here. Wendy, but I still have concern for Wendy, and I have concern for, like, it could just, like, she's amped up, and it could just be because she isn't allowed to talk, like, you know, and her voice isn't being heard. I just feel for it, because like when you're denying her the like her child, how is that like going to help her memory by keeping everyone from her past that she would remember away? So I don't get that. But then again, I don't understand how a bank has access to your money, like to control your life. I don't get that. Do you? I don't know. I don't understand how hotels are holding people prisoners. It feels like these celebrities are enslaved by the industry. They don't have a say in simple things when they're like, they just lock you up. How many, like, look what they do to Kanye. I feel like some of them, like Kanye, stays out of the stinking country and on the run. You know what I mean? Because I don't know, it just feels that way to me. Who do you think the family connection is? Web of lies. Okay, tell me more. It's going to take a lot. Oh, all right, there's the trial. The trial. Legal trial. So there's going to be confrontation. Remember, okay, here we have the fight in the conflict, the argument with Serina Morrisey. So, and she's lying, I told you up here, but here we have it, and she's done this before. There's a web of lies. Here's the confrontation, because there's a web of lies, and it's going to go into the court. Let's pull two more, and I may need a sixth, but we'll see. Tell me more. Wendy Williams and Serina Morrisey. Dark intention or motive. A web of people. There's going to be some people that are missing. There's going to be some people, like, because their intention is to cover up, to lie, to cheat within the system. And somebody may not show up to court. Let's see the outcome. Wendy, they might give her alcohol so that she misses the test, like the court. And it's lies. There's dark motives, dark intention, web of lies. They're going to say, oh, Wendy didn't report. Wendy is missing. Wendy didn't come into, like she's on probation. You know what I mean? Oh no, Wendy's not allowed to go with her family because she has alcohol in her system. So? Wendy can't leave until she has a test done. Give me follow-up questions if you have good ones, please. It doesn't matter if they're good or not, just the follow-up questions. Let's see what's going on with Wendy Williams. What are your thoughts about Wendy, and how do you feel about Wendy? Are you a fan? I'm a fan. But Wendy, girl, you gotta stop drinking. If I don't know, you need to have a clear mind when you're fighting this in court, okay? Hold back from lying about it. No, I'm just looking at these cards, but my questions were asked specific for, Serina Morrisey. So I don't want to read them all. I'm saying I don't want to pull them all together and be like, well, Wendy could be the one lying about the, telling a web of lies about drugs and alcohol and stuff, which I understand. She doesn't need to. But I won't read them that way because I was specific within my questioning. Sabrina's not a good person, according to the cards, in my opinion. What a sucky job. Go arrest, you gotta go, I don't know. Be the warden of Wendy Williams. What? That's what it feels like. She's not a conservator. But the fact, that she took a loss on Wendy's house, sold her home. Wendy didn't have a choice. Like, when does the bank and a conservator just get to sell your belongings and blow all of your millions of dollars because Wendy hasn't been able to spend it in the past 3 years? So where did it all go? Doesn't make sense. Her son's driving a Honda. Nothing wrong. Shout out to the Hondas. I love a good Honda. But that is not, my son's not Wendy Williams' son. It is not what Wendy desired for her son either, She spoiled him. I know people are like, want to have a say in that she spent all his money on his birthday, but you don't have her kind of money, and she can do what she wants with her money. If she wants to dote on her son, why not? She had a husband that just raked her over the coals financially. She could do what she wants with her money. If she wants to destroy herself with alcohol, she is an American citizen and she has the right to do that, whether I like it, disagree with it, or not. Just don't get your ass in a vehicle. Don't commit any crimes, and there won't be any problems. But just for the sake of sisterhood, it really doesn't look good when you're doing a live show. My heart broke when Wendy would go out there and she'd be high as a kite. And then, when she was at home, she was lit when DJ Booth was doing her podcast at home. Anyhow, I really hope that the right eyes and ears have heard and are on the horn and making phone calls and petitioning judges and things at this very moment on behalf of Wendy Williams so that she can get out of this conservatorship. I would like to pull a message of hope for Wendy. Let's hope it's hope. Just one message here for Miss Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams. Bountiful. Teamwork support is needed. A lot of support is needed right now. So that's the thing though, like, who do you trust? And she's reaching out. She's shouting out, hey, if you're a friend of Wendy Williams, call your friend. Make it be known somehow publicly that you want to speak with Miss Wendy Williams. Teamwork, inactivity, quiet time. Again, we have the hibernation station here, but we had, what was the other one in the other reading? Disappear. Find stability, but then I won't be seen anymore. Collaborate, work together. Oh, good. Come on, somebody that you haven't seen in a while. A lot of friends are going to come and want to get control. Take your power back, girl. Take your power back. And look at this is a Wendy Williams reading. Look at this. If you know the purple chair, then you know. Get your power back, girl. You are the queen of talk. You always will be. We miss you, Wendy. We all love you. But it looks like, a lot of people are coming out of the woodwork that you haven't seen in a while, and it may take you some time to multiply and prosper here, but it's gonna happen. And people love you. We know we haven't seen you in a long time, but look, because you've been hibernating, but you're gonna get control back. You hang in there, darling. It's coming, it's coming. Because you are the queen. That's your purple chair, girl. And only you, it's time for you to put the pieces of the puzzle back together. Put yourself back together. Allow people to come in and support you to help you put it back together. But only people who you love, who love you. But you have friends that are going to reach back out to you and celebrate you, and a lot more than what you thought you had. I don't think Wendy really believes that she has many friends in the industry because she talks about them. But what I think that she just has a lot more love and support than needed. Than she believes she has. Because she needs all of it at this time. A lot of it. And it's going to take a lot. But if you allow people in, if you take the time to allow people in that you haven't been around in a long time because you haven't been seen. This is Wendy getting back control of her life. The inactivity that's been taking place over the past few years, getting a team around you that loves and honors you. And there's a bunch of them coming out of the woodwork. So that's the message that I have concerning Wendy Williams today. I deserve success and happiness. Yes, you do.